Hello and welcome! Since the 3.14 patch is about to drop, I thought that now is the best time to explain to you the new combat mechanics and how to understand your heads-up display. My name is Grumpy Eye, and let's start with the video.
Hello, my name is Grumpy, Grumpy Eye, Grumpy Eye, Grumpy Eye,
So the first thing that we're going to talk about is going to be the heads-up display system. It has changed a lot, and we're going to go through it from left to right. The first thing that you can see on the left side are going to be your flight modes. VTOL is vertical takeoff and landing, and you can engage it or disengage it by pressing K on your keyboard. To the right of VTOL is the coupled or decoupled indicator. Currently I am hovering in coupled mode, but if I hold Alt key and press C, I'm gonna go into decoupled mode, which is gonna disengage my inertia dampeners. Right next to it you can see the ESP, that's the enhanced stick precision, which is mostly used by the joystick players. And to the right of it is your landing gear indicator. You can use your landing gears by pressing N on your keyboard. This is your thrust gauge. It pretty much shows how much thrust are you using right now. So if you speed up, the level of the gauge is gonna rise. If you hold the left shift, you will be able to see the boost gauge, which will slowly go down as long as you are holding shift. Don't worry, it will fill back up again, but it just takes some time. Just to the right of your thruster gauge, you can see your current speed indicated on your velocity meter. The readout in the middle of your speedometer is gonna be your current speed. On the very top of your heads-up display, you can see your current emissions. The lower these are, the stealthier you will be. Under that, you can see the compass, which is a pretty useful addition, because if you're fighting in the atmosphere and you're calling for help, using the compass you can relay your heading to your friends. As you can see, currently I am facing west. Now on the sides here you can see your artificial horizon. Currently I am on a 20 degrees angle from the planet below me. Just to the left of it and on the bottom you can see your current thrust heading. So in this clip you can see that I am currently flying forward. And mirrored on the right hand side you can see the current G-forces. So for instance, if you're moving to the left, the G-forces are gonna pull you to the right. And of course, if you're going forward, the G-forces are gonna push you backwards. This is your altitude meter, and you should keep an eye on it while you're landing or just flying around the planet. Bear in mind that the altitude meter does not show you your current distance from the surface, because it is calibrated to the sea level or the relative zero of the planet. So when you land, you might have a readout of, let's say, 400 meters. To the right of it, you can see the current status of your weapons and their capacitors. When you fire your weapons, you will drain your capacitors. Once you stop firing, or once they are empty, they will slowly fill back up again. The weapons section is split into two columns. You can use the left column by pressing and holding left click, and the right column by holding right click, of course. So if you have your guns split into two groups, you can alternate between them by pressing left and right click. Currently, on the left side you can see my NDB repeaters, and on the right side you can see that my EMP is powered off. But if I go into the weapons menu on my MFDs, I can assign some of my weapons to a different fire group. And now I'm able to alternate fire between the two groups, which is useful if you need a constant stream of bullets down the range. Now just below that you can see your hydrogen and containium gauges, or the current status of your fuel tanks. To the right of it you can see your lock, decoy and noise. Now I'm not really sure what lock is, but if you do, post in the comments and I'm just gonna pin your comment, because apparently it has something to do with missiles, but I'm not sure what. Decoy and noise is the amount of your countermeasures, and you can use them by pressing H or J on your keyboard. You can use the decoys when somebody fires a missile at you, and you can use the noise when you're being chased and you want to run away. If you press tab, you will ping and you will see all the signatures that are close to you. If you press V, you will go into scanning mode. And once you've targeted the thing you want to scan, you can hold left click to scan it, and bear in mind that this can take a while, so just be patient and you'll see the readouts on the right hand side of your screen. This is all work in progress and it's probably going to be changed in the next patch, because I mean, you can't really read the readouts on the right side because everything is fucking bunched up over there. But yeah, you should set up one of your MFDs to show your power menu or your power triangle, and it should be visible to you at all times. Here I have redirected my power to my weapons, which gives me a higher ammo capacity and a faster recharge of my energy weapons. Of course, if I redirect my power to the shields, my shields are gonna recharge faster, but my guns and my boost are not gonna recharge. If I divert my power to the thrusters, the only thing that's gonna recharge is the boost. You can interact with your power triangle by clicking on it, or you can press F5 for the weapons, F6 for the thrusters, or F7 for the shields. By pressing F8, you will reset your power triangle. Now let's hop into some combat. Here you can see that I have powered down some of my weapons. By doing that, you will have a higher ammo count on the weapons that are still active. Now, since the usable range of the weapons has been drastically lowered, you should approach your targets at the SEM speeds and maneuver around it so you can stay behind it. After that, the quickest way to kill an enemy is gonna be focusing your fire on one particular spot on the hull of his ship. If your shields are down, make sure to redirect your power to the shields. If you need to boost away, make sure to redirect your power to the thrusters. Now, the last thing you need to know is how to use the missile operator mode. You can switch to it by pressing your middle mouse button. Once the missile has locked, which is indicated by the green circle around the enemy, you can fire the missile by pressing left click. Also, you can switch your missile type by pressing right click, but of course that only works if you have any other missile types on your ship. If you want to fire multiple missiles, you can do that by pressing G on your keyboard while you're in the missile operator mode. Now, you should know that the countermeasures have been nerfed a bit, so once you see a missile coming your way, you should drop some flares by pressing H, and you should try to maneuver to avoid it. Also note that the ballistic weapons do not recharge, and once you have depleted them, you will need to RTB or return to base to rearm your weapons. That is it for today. Make sure to subscribe if you like my content. I'm actually a musician or a composer, producer, whatever you want to call me. And there's gonna be a lot of Star Citizen inspired music on this channel, so make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to bring a towel when you're traveling through space. Subscribe. Yeah, I was just waiting for you to subscribe. Thank you.